Alright guys, and welcome back to Underdog Painting. So in this video I'm going to show you how to paint this model, which is a eBay rescue, and that is not my paint scheme there. So basically I just sprayed over that with Autotech grey primer. So after that, then what I did was paint over that with Retribute Armour. Simple as that. Then I was going to start work on the wings. Now, as you can see, the left hand side there on the screen is painted in blue. I was debating on whether to paint it in a dark blue and then trying to feather it out to be a lighter blue on the tips, but then I thought, you know what, I was going to go with the metallic blue. So basically just painted all the wings with lead belcher just to start it off. Then what I started to do was paint all the robes with corn red. I left the underneath because I was going to make that like a cream, but yeah, corn red for the top of the robes. Then what I did was used Zandri dust for these little parchment bits and for the underside of the robes. Next part was just getting a bit of pink horror and painting these roses that are on the sword blade there, so just getting a nice coat of pink horror over that. So once we painted all the metallics, well the silvers anyway, we just washed them all with Nuln Oil just to make them stand out a little bit. So we've got the blade there. I did go over the pink horror as well, just to obviously add a bit of shadow and depth to that. We do go back over them just to obviously make them look a bit more brighter on the petals and stuff with the pink horror there. But basically just apply this Nuln Oil over everywhere that is silver, leaving the wings. I do also put it over the robe, which is corn red, but then I also put a bit of Drucci Violet over it as well, just to give it a bit more, I don't know, something to look at. And then once that's done, start reapplying the corn red. So yeah, so underneath was painted with Zandri dust, and then what we're doing here is just painting on a watered down Rakarth flesh. Now this does look a bit harsh, a bit stark, but trust me, because it's watered down enough, when it dries it does actually just blend in. But what we're doing here as well is just putting a little bit of a shabty bone on the bottom in like a crossy slashy motion, and what that'll do is it'll stall blend in once it dries. It does look very harsh here, but trust me, it works. Then what we're doing as well is putting the brush to the side and just skimming the side of the robes there, just to give it a nice crisp finish. I must say this model is a bit tricky to paint because it literally is just held up with that bit of parchment there, so it will wobble all over the place. So what we're doing now is we're just preparing the wings. So we're going over with Gulliman Glaze. Now what you need to do with this is start from the top and just do one swoop straight across the wing there. You don't really want to be going backwards and forwards, because once this dries it will leave brush strokes. And obviously it's not a wash, so you don't really want to get it in the recesses. What you're trying to do here is tint the surface of the wing there to a nice blue colour. So once that dries, obviously paint front and back. What I do is just dry brush it with a little bit of silver. You don't see it here, but you will see it at the end once it's all done. But what we're doing as well is just dry brushing parchment and stuff with Sandry Dust, Rakarth Flesh and Shepty Bone, just to give it a little bit of detail and texture and stuff, because obviously she's flying about and they won't be nice and clean, will they? They'll be getting dragged through the battlefield there. So once you've done all this dry brushing as well, just base it up however you want to base it up, paint the rim, and this is what it should look like. So as you can see there on the wings, hopefully he's got that nice shine going straight through. Yeah, I really enjoyed painting this model for the client. But if you want a commission from me, just drop me a message. If you want to support the channel, go like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one.